Hey, how you doing? Duff here. Let's see, is the GPS going to talk?
Now turn left onto Immokalee Road.
Yes, it is. Oh, wow, not much regen because I'm at 100% charge. And I would not normally be at that charge level. So there must be one reason for that. Road trip. So I am doing something I have not done thus far in my Tesla. I've had my Tesla for a while. Let's see, how many miles do we have on it here? 15,000 miles, 15,140 to be exact. But today is going to be my first interstate road trip in the Tesla ever. Up until this point, the furthest that I've taken the car is I took it to Orlando, which was about 3 hours away. Driven to the East Coast a few times. But yes, this car is going to be taking me all the way up to and back from Pennsylvania. So I apologize for the lack of Tesla content on the channel. You know, of course, life keeps me busy enough, but really the Tesla just has been, it's just been doing its job. It's been fantastic. It's the best car for commuting that I've ever owned, and it just, you know, charge it up, drive it, and forget it. It's been really good. I've been so pleased with my Tesla after 15,000 miles. I just passed the 1 year of ownership mark in April, because I bought it in April of 2019. So nothing but good things to say about the car. But this is going to be interesting to just document what the experience is like taking it on a prolonged road trip. You know, where you have all the supercharger stops along the way. Thankfully to all the kind people that have used my referral code that's in the description below, this should not cost me anything in supercharging to go up to Pennsylvania, which is awesome. I am going up there for my brother's 50th birthday. So ever since it came out, the traffic light awareness patch, I have had it turned on. For those of you unfamiliar, what that does is basically every time that you encounter an intersection, when you're on autopilot, the car will let you know that it's going to be stopping for that light, whether it's green or red, unless you interact with the car to tell it to do otherwise. And you can tell it to continue on by either tapping the accelerator, or you can hit the stalk up as well to acknowledge that you want to go through the light. So it's a bit of a pain. I might turn that feature off for this trip, but I've been leaving it on up until this point, just to, you know, help Tesla collect extra information regarding behavior around traffic lights. So I've done this drive from Florida to Pennsylvania quite a number of times in ICE vehicles, and the route that I'm taking today is slightly different. Normally the way that it goes down is you're heading up the West Coast, you're getting on I-4 that cuts across the middle of the state, cuts across Orlando, and then you meet up with I-95 on the East Coast, somewhere around Jacksonville or a little south of that. Today, I am cutting across the state first thing. I'm going directly across Alligator Alley, Route 75. And I'm making a stop at Pompano Beach. I'm actually picking up an electric unicycle from one of my EUC buddies that's reviewing a V11, which is what I'm going to be taking possession of next. So I'm going to be getting the state crossing out of the way first, and then just heading up I-95. Well, one nice thing that I've noticed with the Tesla and longer trips is these seats are super comfortable for me. I'm a relatively big guy. I'm about 6'3", long arms, long legs, and the seats are super supportive. They feel so good. When I've done this trip before in other vehicles, I'm always, rooting around, back hurts, legs hurt, whatever. I have never had that problem in the Tesla yet. So we'll see how the report card is after 1,200 miles. So this is the part of this trip that I'm really looking forward to, is interstate driving, which is where Autopilot, full self-driving really shines. It makes it so much easier just to set it and forget it. The car just excels in this environment. So looking forward to getting a lot of Autopilot miles in. All right, I'm exiting the other side of Alligator Alley. The whole way across I was on Autopilot. I just brought up my energy consumption. I've been averaging 287, 288 watt hours per mile, and that's with Autopilot set at 75 miles an hour. So not bad at all. All right, I just picked up my electric unicycle demo over on the East Coast. I'm going to be stopping at Dunkin' Donuts and putting Pennsylvania as my destination, and I'm going to let the car route me as it sees fit through supercharging
Now
spots.
turn right onto.
Okay, now it is officially a road trip. The first of many Dunkin' Donut coffees that will likely be consumed during this journey. One thing I forgot to mention, which is kind of important when you're talking about an interstate road trip, is my car is a standard range plus car with a 240 mile range battery, max range. So it's the smallest range Tesla you can buy, unless you actually get the standard range, which is kind of hard to find. So yeah, only a 240 mile battery on this thing. So let's see how much of an issue that is when traveling long distances. This is how I'm spending my first supercharge break. Watching Mickey from EVX, who I just picked up the V11 from, his latest S18 video.
The ride is everything. So when people ask, you know, who haven't taken...
Just has some interesting behavior. Just passed a tractor trailer. I'm in the left lane, he was in the middle lane. And he I'm on Autopilot, and I was doing an automatic lane change like this. And he started to kind of hug the line there, and the car immediately reacted, slowed down, waited till he reestablished himself in the center lane, and then continued on. I mean, the Autopilot experience on freeway driving, it's clean, man. It is super, super clean. Okay, now at my second supercharging spot. We are at West Melbourne in Florida, down to 35%, so we're not critically low, but it recommended that we stop here, so that's what we're going to do. It's a good time for me to grab some lunch as well. All right, checking in at my next supercharging spot. I am now in the St. Augustine, Florida area, and looking at another very quick supercharging session. It's actually taking me longer to, like, you know, go to the bathroom and you know, grab a bottle of water or grab some lunch than it does to actually do the supercharging. So thank you for visiting Florida. We are now rolling into South Georgia. Thanks for the welcome. Don't know that I'll be staying very long. Tesla's still doing great. I've got 3 supercharging sessions under my belt. It's recommending that I supercharge here again in 3 miles, even though I'm at 62% charge. But I guess what it's calculating is it's another 125 miles to Savannah, which is our next charge location. So I guess it seems like it errs on the side of caution, which is fine. But I shouldn't have to supercharge very long at all.
Exit 3 on the right onto Georgia 40 toward Kingsland, St. Mary's.
I know you can't really see this very clearly, but it's interesting to me that it says that it's going to precondition the battery for fast charging. You know, I've already driven what, 300, 400 miles so far, and I would think the battery would be plenty warm enough, but I guess not. We are preconditioning the battery for an extra fast charge, I guess. Maybe this is a supercharger. We'll find out. Interesting. This is in like this is a police station? I think it's a police station. Wow, that's kind of wild. I guess this is Kingsland. Okay, let's charge up. Okay, I'm in Savannah, and this is annoying because I'm actually at the airport. I had to just take a parking ticket, and the GPS is telling me that the supercharging is around here somewhere. This is an odd spot to have a supercharger, and not convenient at all. All right, oh, there it is. Okay. Right here. Wow.
In 500 feet,
Well, this is a
turn
shitty
left
place to have
onto
a
Patrick
supercharger.
South Grand Drive.
Because I was hoping to eat dinner, go to the bathroom. Yeah, that kind of sucks. All right, well, I guess we got to make do, man. You got to make do with what you got. Yeah, this isn't working out real well as far as my plans go, because I planned to stop and eat my dinner while it was supercharging. This supercharger is about half the speed of all the other ones that I've hit so far. Right now we're at 267 miles an hour. The other ones are 500 to 600. So that's a bummer. So I'm going to look at my charging options, see if I have enough to get to the next charger, and maybe eat there. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
South Grand Drive.
Okay, so it cost me only $1 in parking fees. So that's not bad. Like I said, the supercharger was slow in comparison to the other ones, but it was okay. It gave me some time
in 500
to
feet, turn left
shut up.
onto Airways Avenue.
Gave me some time to go pee in the woods and ride the electric unicycle around some more.
Now
So that's
turn
fine.
left onto Airways Avenue.
All right. So now the goal is to try to find some food. And I'm going to be just going to the next charging station, which is at Santee, South Carolina. I think that's going to be wrapping it up for the day. Find a hotel around there and call it good. Get a nice early start tomorrow and hammer it out. I'm hoping I'll be around halfway there. Not quite, but that's all we're going to do for the day. All right, we just got done with a quick, like maybe 15-minute charge, bring me up to about 76% battery, just to get me on the road tomorrow morning. We are in Santee, South Carolina, and that's going to wrap up day one of the Tesla's first road trip. It's done very well so far. No major complaints. Obviously, stopping to supercharge added some time to the journey, but you know, you're normally ready to get out and walk anyways, you know, or go to the bathroom or whatever by the time it's you know, the supercharging stop comes up. So it's a minor inconvenience, but not nearly as bad as some people may imagine. So my hotel is right over there. I'm gonna go check in and get some shut-eye. Good morning. It's day 2 of my Tesla road trip from Southwest Florida to southeastern or eastern Pennsylvania, I guess would be more accurate. Shoved off from Santee, South Carolina this morning. The stay at the hotel was fine. It was I think it was overpriced for what it was, but hey, I made it through the night. I slept okay, and we're back on the road. I pulled out probably 15 minutes ago. So next charging stop is in Fayetteville, North Carolina, but I do plan to find a Dunkin' Donuts along the way. Unfortunately, there were none in the metropolitan Santee area, so hopefully today goes quickly. Right now it's saying that it's estimating that I should get to my final destination around 6:30 this evening. We'll see how true that turns out to be. Okay guys, I'm now at Fayetteville, North Carolina Supercharger. This one is the back of a hotel, so not the most convenient accommodations because there's not easy access to food or necessarily even bathrooms. But luckily I was proactive and there was a rest stop 1 mile before this that I stopped there to use the facility, so I'm good to go. This was probably the lowest that I've let the battery get on a leg. It was down to 12 or 13%, but as you can see, it's recharging quickly. I'm all the way back up to 63% already. I was trying to decide, it says the next supercharger is Rocky Mount. I'd have 13% there. And then Glen Allen, okay, Glen Allen, Virginia. Yeah, I think I'm only going to sit here and charge for a few more minutes because I have enough to get to the next supercharger location already. So there's not really a need to charge longer than I need, right? It still says I have 8 hours and 30 minutes to go. Okay, stopped again. I still have 43% battery remaining, but the mapping recommended that I still stop and charge. This should be my last charge in North Carolina. It's about lunchtime, so we're gonna see if I can find any food here. First glance, I only see conventional restaurants. I don't really want a big sit-down meal, but we'll see what happens. Still going great. Just entered Virginia. Things still trucking along without incident. If I were to guess, the Tesla has done the driving for 90% of this trip. It's going well. So now we're getting a little bit further up towards the northeast. We're hitting more traffic on 95. I still have Autopilot engaged. It does a real good job of keeping a blanket of protection around you. It reacts very quickly to drivers doing stupid things, which often happens in this environment. Of course, I'm ready to take over if need be, but it does quite well in this situation for me, typically. Hey there. I officially have depleted my fun of the road trip. I've been stuck in this stop and go traffic for the better part of a couple hours. I guess I'm in the northern Virginia area, getting close to the Maryland border. I still have an hour to go until I get to my last supercharging spot. Yeah, it's getting annoying. It really is. All right, so we just wrapped up my last charging session here in Frederick, Maryland. I should be able to get to my my dad's place from here in Pennsylvania. I think it's going to wrap up the video. For some reason, I thought in my head that, hey, it's going to make a really compelling video, man. Tesla on a road trip. I mean, shit, no one's ever done that before, right? No one's ever gone to a supercharger, but it's the first time for me. So it was good. It was good to experience it. As far as how that compared to driving in a conventional vehicle, the stops to charge in some ways are nice, in some ways they're kind of a pain, you know, because obviously you're adding time to the trip, but you're also allowing yourself time to stop and stretch, possibly walk around and see an area that you wouldn't see otherwise. So there are some positives and negatives to it. As far as the comfort of the car in the trip, no complaints whatsoever. Although, you know, I would say by midday today, I was absolutely sick and tired of being in the car. You know, just being in the seated position, no matter how comfortable the seat is, it kind of gets to you after a while. So yeah, I'm ready to be done. So feel free to leave your comments on the video below. Tell me how fantastic, silly, or stupid it was. I think it might have been a combination of all three. Who knows? This truck is, what are you doing, dude? Oh my God. These drivers, man, they're just crazy. Oh my God. In the last 4 hours, I had like 5 accidents, tons of traffic, and just people just driving like assholes, you know. But
now keep left to stay on.
Oh shit. Am I okay here? Oh, okay, I'm okay. I thought I wasn't okay, but I'm okay. Because I'm distracted because I'm trying to record a video with this damn double length tractor trailer MFer. Get out of my face, dude. Using Tesla power to get past you. God. How can you be an aggressive driver when you have 2 tractor trailers? Really? My God. Okay, so anyways, that's going to wrap it up. If you found this video interesting, please give it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, you can subscribe for sure. And if you're going to subscribe, you can hit the notify bell, which is over there on the side, on the right hand side. And so freaking annoying. Okay, that's enough. I've had enough. I've had enough. All right, so that's all I have for you for now. If anything else interesting happens, I'll let you know. Shut up! Until next time, the fan out. All right, I got a chance to settle down a little bit. We're on a back road. So anyways, Positives from doing the road trip on the Tesla: comfort, very comfortable. Navigation was pretty worry-free because it automatically threw in the supercharging stops for me. Autopilot did a fantastic job. You saw some shots of it in light to heavy traffic. Just it was really, really good. I can't wait till full self-driving is a real thing. On the negative side, like I said, waiting extra time to charge. It would be nice if there was more information about the superchargers that you're going to several times. Like the one was in the back part of a airport parking area with nothing else around it. Other ones, they didn't have they didn't have readily accessible bathrooms, and I guess if I took more time, I could have mapped that out ahead of time. But it would be nice that it would show you that stuff real time when you're plotting your trip. But all in all, the Tesla gets an A. So that's it for now, for real. Duffman out. Here's an interesting autopilot test. Wow, it's actually doing it. A little nervous. Okay, I'll take over.